Lovely people, welcome back to another book chat. Okay, so today I have actually ventured into the wilds of my Kindle because although there are lots of books behind me, for some reason I couldn't really find anything to talk about. And then I did remember that, as has been mentioned before, I have a little bit of a hoarding problem on my Kindle where I buy loads and loads of books, and most of my Kindle reading gets done on flights or when I'm traveling or something like that. So I kind of forget what's on there a lot. But anyway, this particular book I actually came across years and years ago, kind of embarrassingly, probably coming up on 20 years ago, something like that, a little bit less, when I was working in the Caribbean, and a wonderful friend of mine, Vanessa, discovered it first, I think, and it is just really the most bizarre book, and I came across it again recently on Kindle. So allow me to present Pigeon Frisco Mambo. And it's just quite bizarre. It's wonderful. And basically what it is there's these lab pigeons, so they've been tested and everything, and they're not the control group. So the control group are the ones which are being fed on birdseed and water and that sort of thing. So these guys, they've got alcohol, they've got cigarettes, they've got greasy food, and as far as they're concerned, they're living the life. You know, this is awesome. So they're always like hassling the pigeons which are in the healthy control group, and the healthy control group were like, "Oh no, we're much healthier than you." That was a little bit embarrassing. I won't do voices. I won't do voices anymore. I'm sorry. But anyway, so obviously these are everything is told from the point of view of the pigeon, which is why you know that this is how we're thinking. And what happens is some animal rights activists release them they set them free, and these pigeons have no idea what to do. They have wound up on the streets of San Francisco, and all they can think to do is find a bar. And it is the story of how they slowly adapt to living in the wild, or not in the wild, but on the streets of San Francisco. And it's really interesting. It's very, very funny. The pigeons are hilarious, and they get themselves into all sorts of trouble. They don't know they can fly because they've been living in a cage all their life, and so that whole thing is just a little bit crazy when they come across a hawk which can fly and this sort of thing. And the hawk, I think, was a research animal as well or something like that, so he doesn't want to eat the pigeons. He just wants some friends to hang out with that aren't like all the other pigeons which are out there just worrying about, you know, stealing some chips from someone. That's a seagull, but you know what I mean. So it's a very funny book. There's lots of other undertones to it as well. So when I read it again, probably a couple of years ago, I was like, oh yeah, no, it's about more than that. But generally it is just a really fun and very, very bizarre read. Because of course there is the part where one of the pigeons is completely in love with the lab assistant, and the betrayal when he discovers that she was actually going to be chopping them up in order to study what the effects of their terrible diet was having on them. The betrayal, it was terrible, it was heartbreaking. So yeah, if you're looking for something a little bit different, very interesting, very well written, and just bizarre but in a very, very good way, then I can definitely recommend Frisco Pigeon Mambo. So it is by C.D. Payne, and having actually seen that, I can see that at the bottom it actually says author of Youth and Revolt, the Journals of Nick Twisp. So I might have to look that up and just see what that is as well, because this was very, very good. And thank you, Vanessa, if you do actually ever end up watching this, because it was such a good find. And yeah, lovely. Thanks very much for watching. Do you have any sort of weird and wonderful finds that you've just come across and have either been recommended to you by someone, or you just picked up by accident in the bookstore, that have just been just a little bit odd but really, really fantastic? Because I'm always on the lookout for slightly odd books and slightly different books, because it's fun to find something that's not the same as everything else but it's been done really well. And whether it involves, you know, hard drinking pigeons, hard drinking smoking pigeons, or not, that's, you know, quite optional, but it's fun. Thanks very much. See you next time. Bye.